Okay. Oh, not in the center of the frame there. Hello everyone. It is Saturday night, April 10th, 2021. This is tonight's live stream. I don't know how long I'll be live for, but I don't know. Just wanted to talk about old Macs and see who joins me. And, you know, whatever people do in a live stream. Whatever I do, which is mostly just ramble. Yeah. I really have no plans. I still have pretty much everything set up the way it was last night for the Power Macintosh live stream, where I set up the 5200 and the 5500 all in one. And as you can see, I still have the 5500 up here. Not really sure what to do with either of them. I definitely have to archive what's on the hard drives, and then I have to reformat and reinstall the OS. Maybe that's something I'll do in this video. Maybe I'll go pull out an IDE drive, install it in here, install System 7. These probably can support up to Mac OS 9, so we'll see where that goes, but I'm going to wait for some people to show up first before I go ahead and do all that much. So it looks like the 5500 supports up to Mac OS 9.1. So that's a contender. I guess I'm going to go ahead and grab that stuff while nobody is here. Got my box of many CDs. Get those over here. Alrighty, got the box of hard drives here. Now, what did I pick up recently? This would maybe be something for its own video, but I recently picked up this Ide to Sata Converter from work. This is a new in-box thing. Maybe it looks a little better on the other camera. So yes, this Ide to Sata Converter. Now, which way does this go? Convert existing IDE devices into a SATA controller. So this would be putting an IDE drive on a modern computer. So this is not what I'm looking for. Back in the pile it goes. Let's see, 80 gigabyte. That seems a little overkill for an old Power Mac. Are you 60 gigabyte? Be interesting to see what the maximum hard drive size these can take is. Configured with a 2 gig from the factory, so I'm thinking can't go too big with the drive. That's a SCSI drive. That's a 160. That's way too big. Well, you know what? Let's just Google it. Let's just Google this, and we will find out what we can do with this Power Mac. To the couple people who just joined, we're going to do some upgrades to this Power Mac 5500. I'm actually going to change the title right now. Alright, updated that title. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the RAM or not. I'll have a look through the RAM that I picked out that I think is compatible, but I do not have high hopes for that. And I was looking up Power Macintosh 5500 225 max hard drive size. Now I think with like classic Mac OS, there was a limitation where if you have a larger than 120 or 128 gig drive, you have to partition it a particular way. But I don't know if that was an operating system limitation or one of the chipset, for lack of a better term. I know that's not the correct word, but you know what? This might just be something that we try out and see how it goes. Yes, twice in 1 week, referring to the live stream. Yeah, I enjoyed the one we did last night, so decided why not do another one. I mean, these things get so few views that it's not... I wouldn't say it's not worth doing, but I won't do this often, I think. I don't want to make it sound like it's not worth my time, but if I'm sitting here for an hour and a half talking to myself, let's be honest, about some old Mac, well, I don't know. I guess I have other things I could spend my time on, but I enjoy this, so why not? So this 80 gig drive is looking kind of promising for an upgrade. It's an 80 gig Hitachi Desk Star. Has an Apple logo on it, which you can kind of see up there. Why not put it in a Mac? Now the other option I have is I can use I could do a couple things here. I could adapt the 3.5-inch IDE connector, like the desktop version, to a laptop version, and then I have an adapter that goes from a laptop, the 2.5-inch IDE connector, to a compact flash card. And I also have like an SSD connector, like a SATA converter to IDE. So we could do something like that. I don't know if I really want to. This thing is already pretty slow, so I don't think any kind of SSD would really benefit it. But let's see what I have as far as SSDs go. So here's the bin of adapters. Honestly, this might do the trick. So this is an IDE to SATA adapter, and this is also, are these the ones that didn't work? So I bought a bunch of these adapters here, and let's swap the cameras so it's easier. I bought them to upgrade my G4 Cube, and they didn't work. Not in the Cube. And I don't really know why. If I had to guess, it's because there's no way to adjust the jumper settings on these. They are... well, they're wired how they are. And honestly, I thought there was a way to adjust the jumpers with a little... I don't know if that's ever going to focus. I don't know. There's a spot on the board that looks like it would have a jumper pin soldered to it if that was present, but it wasn't, so I jumped them. I just bridged the contacts, but it didn't seem to work. So yeah. Now this might be a good option here. This is a 16 gig compact flash card, 400X, so it's quite speedy, much more speedy than this thing could ever take advantage of. And I think I have some smaller SD cards, or compact flash cards, if that was something that we're going to do. Aha. And there is my 2.5 to 3.5 inch IDE adapter. So this looks like the way to go. Now, will this work? I have absolutely no idea, and honestly, I don't think it will. But we're going to try anyway. To adapt this, let's see, maybe I'll move the camera and work over here. So I got to take all this electrical tape off. I don't remember what I was putting this in that I put all the tape in there for. I don't have a blade handy either. Aha. All right, tape is off, and we're left with this 16 gig compact flash to IDE adapter. So now I always have to look at the pins on this thing because you can see the 3.5 inch side of it is missing. There, you can see it missing that one pin, but on this side it is not blocked off. So you have to take the side here that is missing the pin and line it up with the side here that is missing the pin, and there, it goes together. So there is my compact flash to 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch adapter. All right. Now we'll install it in the Power Mac 5500. Again, don't really have high hopes for this working, and because of that, I'm going to take off this cover and leave it off. That also prevents me from breaking it if I have to take it off another time. Oh, crap. Always dropping these screws. For anybody, well, I guess one person in the stream, but for anybody watching this after the fact, let me know what day would be best to actually do a live stream so that if you wanted to attend it, you could do so in real time. I think my last one got like 50 views or something, which isn't many, but if there's a time or day when most people would be available to watch it and interact, you know, that would be cool. So let me know your thoughts on that. All right, back cover's off, and we have the Ide hard drive right here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And this one. Now, probably going to break this plastic as well, if any other, you know, Power Macs are anything to go by. I actually don't know how I'm going to do this. Pop up the tab and pull it out. Aha. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I got it apart without any issues. Had a little #1 sticker on it that fell off. So, not that I had any doubts about this, but it is the original 2 GB Quantum Fireball ST hard drive. Still in the original sled. That's cool. I will set that off to the side. Actually, first, let's check the jumper settings. I don't know if this will be labeled on the drive. So the jumper on this drive is closest to the IDE connector. And on most drives that I've come across, that means it is the master. So I guess we're just going to configure the excuse me, this adapter as master. Jumper close equals master. So I guess we're good. Well, here goes. There's nothing really else to do. Although I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Because this IDE cable doesn't have a pin. Oh, I guess it does have this notch to indicate. So I think that goes at the top. I guess we'll see if it doesn't work, right? So there's that. And the power. There it is. SSD and a Power Mac 5500. I don't want to totally button this back up, but I do want it to sit in there. Well, that was an easy upgrade. Now for the RAM, let's pull this back out. And see what we can do with a possible RAM upgrade. So this is what it looks like now. So that is the stick of RAM now, and it appears to be SD RAM, but I don't believe it actually is. I think it's a very slight variation of like PC100 SD RAM, for example. It's not quite the same thing. So scratch that, not doing that. What was I about to say? I already lost my train of thought. Oh, the RAM that I set aside apparently got mixed in with the rest of the RAM. So I don't want to dig through that right now. We're going to leave it at 32 megs right now. It should be good enough. One thing before I forget, I'm going to give it a good dusting. This is a pretty weeny little heatsink and fan, which, oh, that's right, something in here was pretty loud. Whatever. I really just want to see if this SSD is even a viable upgrade for this Mac. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Camera back up. Good enough. Let's go down a little bit. Okie dokie. Turn on my UPS here. So I need an install disk, and this one officially supports 755 to 9.1. I think that I have a couple 9.1 discs, which would be a nice upgrade for this system. Got Norton Utilities. Yeah, I really need to organize this box of CDs. Alright, we got Tiger. That's not going to run. Sims Pinball. macOS. Oh, that's 922. 922 probably will not work. Oh, crap. Alright, let's start from the beginning. In this live stream, I looked through a box of CDs that are unlabeled and unsorted. Come on, macOS 9, you're in here somewhere. Well, what the hell? Is it back here? Ah, it might be back here. That might be it. Okay, so those are Panther, Tiger again. Aha! macOS 9.1. I knew I had it. I knew it was back there somewhere. Alright. Let's turn on the Mac. Get it starting. Christ, that was loud. So I have macOS 9.1, 922, and this one... Wait, I'm sorry, what? What? Was I already messing with that on another system? I wonder if this is from when I was trying to run this in my G4 Cube. It must be. Alright, well anyway, it won't run 9.2, so macOS 9.1 goes in. That's really surprising that it started up. Alright, restart. Boot from CD. Ooh, that's pretty noisy, isn't it? Trying to make that less loud, but it's just loud. Okay, why aren't we gonna start here? I'm holding down C. I thought that was a valid key. I can hear it spin up. Nope, and it just sounds like it's booting from the SSD again. Yep. Alright, maybe that is not a working installer. So... I almost got it. Come on. Go back in. Back in. There it goes. And we'll have to restart again. It'll eject the disk again. Or not. Okay, let's start from scratch here. Turn it off. I gotta look up. Gotta look up how to boot from CD, because apparently I don't remember. Hold the C key while booting. Okay. That's what the internet says, so I'm going to trust the internet. So, hold C, press power. Continue holding C. That doesn't sound promising. Or does it? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna work. So, what if... happens if I remove the compact flash, put in a macOS 9 disk, and then try to boot it off that. There it goes. 9.2. What the hell? Is this just mislabeled? I swear this was a 9.1. I'm very confused. Okay, so that clearly doesn't work. Is there like another hard drive in this thing? I can't imagine that there is. Okay, so this apparently is macOS 9.2. I have a ton of those. I'm gonna throw that one out. Okay, macOS 9. Let's see. Doesn't like it. Interesting. Okay. Where do we go from here? What do you think the chances are that I could boot this computer off of an image from either my Power Mac 7300 180 or a 6300 CD that I already have images of? I kind of want to put the 7300 image on there because I haven't booted off that image on anything for a very long time. So let's do that. Let's do that right now. So now you guys probably won't be able to see what I'm doing because I'm just going to be doing it on... I have to be careful with this not to unplug anything. On. Everything still work? Okay. Everything's still working. Camera working? Yes. Where's my mouse? Yeah, I won't be able to show anything because if I try to record the screen, I'm afraid it might get kind of screwed up. So restore from image 7300/180.image. Unexpected error occurred. Of course it did. Can I do it anyway? Nope. I remember when disk utility was like good and usable. It just seems to have gotten so much worse in some of the later versions of macOS. Alright, scan image for restore 7300/180. Type in my password. Failed, image not recognized. Well, balls. That sucks. And I can't even write to this disk for some reason. Okay, disk is erased. Now how about if I restore from that? Nope, an unknown error occurred. Well, that's a very good error message. Okay, so I tried the 6300 image and now it says restoring. It looks like it's going onto the compact flash without an issue. Maybe we'll just boot off that instead. I'm just looking around at all these projects I have to work through. I really want to make videos on all of it, but everything is kind of in a spot where I either need parts, I need a charger, I don't know what exactly to make a video about it, like what to do in the video. I'm kind of at a point where I've accumulated all this stuff to make videos of, to do content, but I never really thought of what exactly I would do as for content. Alright, that image has been restored, or so it seems. I have I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see. So, this has been imaged, and now alrighty, it's plugged back in. Is this still on? No. Alright, flip the switch. And see what it does. See what it does. I do not have high hopes for this. No, I was pretty sure that image wasn't going to work, and it didn't. Because it's not the first time I've tried to restore it, and it did not work. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Now I'm not really sure what to do. Side note, there was a key combination that I didn't think you could do on these newer Macs. It's like Control-Alt, Command, Power button, or something. One of these key commands would completely reboot the computer. Similar to an Alt-Control-Delete, but not quite. Doesn't seem to work on these. I think that must have been like much older, like Apple II stuff. Well, I don't know what else to do with this system. Alrighty then. What else do we have? An overwhelming amount of stuff is what we have. Yeah. I don't know. Not really sure what else to do. That was kind of the only thing I wanted to do tonight, and it doesn't seem like it's going to work. The next thing I need to do, definitely not on camera, is get an image of this drive so I can pull some data off of it as I need it. Also, so I have a backup in case the drive dies and I need to pull some software or some drivers off of it. The story of this adapter, because that's how desperate I am to think of something to say at the moment. This adapter, I think also with the 16 gig SD compact flash card, came out of I want to say it was like a Pentium 1 Toshiba satellite. It was running Windows 95, and it was super slow. And it was one of the first times I'd used Windows 95. This was a laptop I picked up out of the trash, and clearly somebody who knew what they were doing had been inside of it and installed this adapter. And I remember being so confused, amazed that this was even something that was possible, because I started it up and I didn't hear anything. Completely silent. Not a fan spinning, obviously no hard drive spinning. It was silent. And it was booting, and it booted quickly, and I thought, well, there's no way you could put an SSD in one of these things, and this was like 10 years ago. And I had this little adapter, and I've kept it ever since. It's been very useful for working on older machines. And the 16 gig SD card, compact flash, not an SD card, has come in handy many times for older systems. I've also got, which I've never used, a compact flash to IDE adapter for a desktop. It's got a bracket that goes into the back of a PC, and you just slide it in. I think I bought it because I saw LGR using it in a video, and he still does for putting in, like, if he wants to run Windows 95 or Windows 98 or 2000 on a system, just puts in the OS disk, and it's there. You don't have to worry about partitioning drives or hard drives failing. It's just quick and easy. And I think it's still in the original packaging. I've never taken it out, never used it. So yes, cool little adapter. Ugh. Feels really late. It's only 10:30. Got up quite early today. I'm not really used to getting up that early on a weekend. Usually I'd be just about laying down by now, 10:30 p.m. So I clicked back to this, and honestly, I bet there's a way. Let's see. Window capture. I can do a window capture. Window capture. That one. Oh, there it goes. All right. I guess that overlaid itself on top of everything. Yeah, that looks all right. I gotta. Nope. This one. Get rid of that. Yeah, that's good enough. Anyway, I'm looking through the Every Mac page for this Power Mac, and I see expansion slots here. So it's got one PCI, which we knew about, COM, which I guess is the one that the Ethernet card is in, Video I/O. So I'm wondering, and I'm actually going to pull this out right now because I'm interested. Come on. So I'm wondering if that is. That work? No. I want desk main. Oh, I guess that answers my question because it says it right on the board. Video in. So this one would be for network only. That one's the PCI. And that one's for video in. And it also says TV. Yeah, right there. I guess it's not capturing my mouse, is it? It says TV, so it says this model is a single PCI COM TV and both video input and video output expansion slots. By default, the video input and video output are occupied, which confuses me a little bit. I wonder if that is an internal connector. Now we also have this little tiny connector underneath the battery. I wonder what that is. I remember seeing all these on things in the past. I just, whoops, sorry to be confusing. All right, got to go back one more time, get rid of that. There it goes. You know, I've taken these old Macs apart many times. I guess I've just never really paid attention to what they are, what these expansion slots really are. Huh. Very interesting. So where I was going with that when I saw the word TV was I wonder if this could take a TV tuner card, if you could find one. I mean, geez, you'd be hard-pressed to find any expansion cards for one of these that is worth installing. I mean, network cards are probably dime a dozen, but a TV card, that would be pretty hard to find. And what that also brought to mind was I wonder how similar this is to the Macintosh TV. I thought that the Macintosh TV was more of a like a Performa 550 chassis, but now that I literally clicked back one page. Let's put that back up there. So I just clicked back one page to my original search for Power Macintosh 5500 225, and I see the black Mac, and also another one which looks exactly like the Macintosh TV. So that one, that is just the black version of this, but yes, there's the Macintosh TV. Or so it says. It says Power Mac, what, 5400? What does that say? Power Macintosh, or Performa 5500. 90s Apple naming was so confusing to me. I never really understood it. So you have the Performa and the Power Mac, and some of them are, I don't know, high-end, some of them are not. I don't get it. But wouldn't that be cool if you could just turn this into a Macintosh TV by adding an expansion card? That would be pretty neat. I wish there was a higher resolution version of that picture. There's another one. So that's a 5500. You know, you can't see that whole picture. No, 5500 250. What is mine again? 225. So what was Macintosh TV? Okay, that is what I was thinking of. Damn, I am so confused right now. So this is the chassis style I was thinking of for the Macintosh TV. I didn't think it looked like the Performa, so whoever had tagged those other ones as Macintosh TV must have been kind of in the same confusion boat as me, thinking... Sorry, I'm just checking on the comments there. Must have thought that the black Mac was the Macintosh TV, but does not appear to be that way. Interesting. Yeah, there's that picture again. It says Macintosh Performa 5440? Is that what that says, I think? And there's the logic board for a Macintosh TV, which is more of what I thought it would look like. Huh. Very, very interesting. Interesting indeed. So, just stream of consciousness here. This Power Mac 5500, all in one. I'm unsure if I want to hold on to it or not. I mean, if I hold on to any of these larger CRT iMacs, or iMacs, I should say it would be an iMac, or it would be this particular machine. Only because I have some nostalgia for it from using them back in the day in school, and I also just think they're kind of a neat form factor. I can't really explain it, but I just kind of like how it looks. It's got a very aggressively 90s aesthetic to it, and just the way everything is laid out. I mean, you got everything you need accessible from the front, pretty much. Drives, volume, and brightness, infrared, headphones, speakers. It's all right there. It's kind of nice for an old Mac to have all of that easily accessible. And I know it's not the only one to do that, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that thought. I don't know if I want to keep this or not. Now, I do have somebody locally who is interested in buying pretty much anything that I have as far as old Macs go. And he's definitely interested in this. As I think I said in the last stream, I will not be shipping this anywhere. The plastics are so brittle that even picking it up or just touching it a little too hard cracks it. And there's already a pretty significant crack along the top. So it's got to go locally. I don't know if it's one I'm going to keep or not, but I guess we'll find out. New comment from Mark Hyde. Haven't seen you before, but welcome to this stream. This is not the most riveting stream I've ever done. Says, I live in Australia, have an X-Education Director's Edition, Power Mac 5500 225. I guess that would be the black edition, the Director's Edition. Came with a video capture card. It's in storage at the moment. That's very cool. Now that you mentioned the word Director's Edition, I do remember that that's what I'm pretty sure the black Mac was referred to, the Director's Edition one. That's very cool. I wish I could find some expansion cards for this thing, and maybe I will if I end up deciding to keep it. But I have, if I'm honest, other projects that I would rather work on, like the G4 Cube. I've already spent close to $500, well, maybe not that much, about $400 on the Cube and the monitor, and I'm still looking for a pair of Apple speakers for it. And that's one that I would much rather put some money into that one than this. I'm assuming everyone knows what I mean. Yeah. The 20-inch iMac G4 I have, which I made a video of, if anybody wants to go check that one out, is in immaculate shape. It's been fully maxed out. You know, that one I was happy to put time and money into because it's in such good condition. And something I run into a lot is, this is a total kind of a tangent, and I am getting tired. I'm kind of losing my train of thought a lot, but I enjoy fixing up these computers, maxing them out, using them for a little while, but then they just sit. They sit on my shelf and they don't move. But then I can't seem to get rid of them. It's not like a hoarding situation. If I needed to get rid of it, I certainly could. I don't know if it's I want to get my money back for them, which is not a really good way to think of it. It'd be like buying a car and putting upgrades in it and expecting it to be worth more than when you bought it, which is unlikely to happen. I don't know. I'm getting tired, losing what I'm thinking about, but you probably know what I mean. Looking around at other things to talk about. But I don't know what else to talk about. I guess I'm probably going to end it in a couple minutes here. As I probably said in the last live stream towards the end, if you made it that far, I have a couple of projects in the pipeline. The Studio Display CRT ADC video, I just have to do voiceover, then I'll release that. I have a couple other things down here, such as an Indigo iMac G3 waiting for a restoration. I'd like to do a restoration video on that one. It doesn't really need that much. It just needs a really deep clean, an upgrade, probably put a bigger hard drive in it, max it out with RAM, replace the PRAM battery, all that kind of stuff, and potentially clean up the plastics with some plastic polish. I did that to the Studio Display, which, let's move the camera. I don't remember if I did this yesterday or not, but there we have the CRT Studio Display. I mean, this thing is a freaking gorgeous display to begin with, but I took it completely apart and cleaned the inside, I cleaned the outside, and then I used some plastic polish and buffed the whole thing, made it look shiny again. It is by no means perfect. This thing had a rough life. I don't know its situation, but when it got to me, it looked like it had been taken apart before and maybe stored in a garage apart, because there were some scratches on the inside that, I mean, there's no way they could have gotten there, with the unit assembled. There's no way. So it was definitely taken apart before, and I think it was just left like that. I am extremely fortunate that it still works and that the picture is very crisp, but that was a bit of a strange one, to think that maybe it had been taken apart before and just kind of left open. Weird. But yeah, that thing turned out really nice. Again, not perfect, but pretty good. Much better than when it got to me, for sure. So I think I would like to test out that plastic polish on the Indigo iMac G3, because it's not quite as bad as the Studio Display was, but I guess I'll have to see once I actually wipe all the dirt and grime off of it, because my god, is it dirty. Very, very disgusting. It has a smell to it too. Not like an old computer smell, like a dirty house smell. So I'll wipe that down and see if I can shine it up. That'll be my test bed for, if I want to use this plastic polish on any of my other stuff. The graphite iMac G3 is another good example of one that is in extremely good condition, like my 20-inch iMac G4, and I put quite a bit of time and money into fixing it up and making it nice again. And I mean, it looks great, but the plastic is a little scratched up, and I think the little bit of plastic polish would really make it feel 100% good again, if that makes sense. So anyway, those are some of my plans for sometime in the future, and we'll see if any of those plans come to fruition. I don't know if they'll be, video material or not. They might just be something I talk about in a tech vlog, but I'm sure anybody who watches this channel has come to understand what I do, which is just low effort videos, a lot of rambling, a lot of talking. That's about it. And I guess with that, I'm going to end my rambling here. It's been about 52 minutes, so not a bad little live stream. Got one new commenter, which was nice to see. I see Kevin just joined right at the very end. It says, today I saw a Bondi Blue vacuum cleaner. The iMac sure influenced everything. Yes, I have a Bondi Blue zip drive, I think. It's a SCSI zip drive that would have gone with like a blue and white Power Mac. So maybe it's not Bondi, but it looks quite similar. Anyway, of course, 2 more people joining in the comments just as I'm signing off. I apologize. I am kind of getting tired here, running low on steam, so I am going to sign off shortly. But hello to a new viewer, Tech190, says, I am new, I am a sub. I guess that means 2 things the way I said that, but I am subs. Thank you for subscribing. This isn't exactly the best live stream to have tuned into at this point, but there will be more. There will be more live streams and videos in the future, so thank you for the ones who have watched, and to those watching as recording. I appreciate your viewership and your comments, and I will sign out here and see you in the next video or live stream. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. That's the wrong button.